Hello friends, you are welcome again the Listening Empire. David Goggins is a prime example of discipline in the world. He has proved to all of us that when you are mentally strong, you can achieve anything. But David was not born like that. He had used some specific techniques, through which he made himself Goggins, which you will know in this video. David made these techniques because he did not have any other option. But when I was researching, I came to know that all these techniques have scientific backing, which makes them even more legit. These techniques are very powerful and dangerous too. Or if you can break the atomic bomb of energy inside you, then please use them carefully. First is the cookie jar. At night, David Goggins was about to collapse in the freezing cold. Technique. He was in Hell Week, which is the most brutal training program of Navy SEALs. And he had reached his limits. He was in pain in his body. His mind was foggy. And the screams of the instructors were touching his ears. His companions were giving up around him. They were giving up on their dreams. Goggins knew that he had a choice. Either he could have surrendered and given up, or he could have found a way to move forward. His pain had reached its limit, but it was his determination that brought him to this level. Goggins realized that he needed a very deep thing, an unbreakable mental state, through which he could move forward. He opened his cookie jar, a mental backup of energy. It had all the memories that reminded him how strong he was. Like the cold water was coming on him, Goggins remembered his abusive childhood. He remembered his journey of losing 100 pounds in 3 months. He remembered all the accomplishments that Goggins made. Every memory was a reminder for him that he faced impossible things and moved forward. As he kept taking out these cookies, his energy kept increasing. Goggins threw himself back into Hell Week. It was difficult for him. But now he was not alone. He had his past successes, because of which he was able to move forward. Goggins completed Hell Week. Not just once, but thrice. The more he endured Hell Week, the more his cookie jar had a new memory. This cookie jar is a way to take out your inner strength. But why does this method work? It has a very simple psychological explanation. Psychologist Albert Bandura's self-efficacy theory. According to this, it is a direct relation of any person's work to be successfully finished. In his belief that he will be able to do this work or not, Bandura saw that when people take care of their past successes and do some work, they become stronger. Their confidence increases. And ultimately, they succeed. So make your own cookie jar of all your successes. If you don't have big successes, start with small ones. I went to the regular gym for a week. I scored 90% in the exam. These are all cookies for your cookie jar. Whenever you feel like giving up in any work, open your cookie jar. Remember what you have achieved. And move forward. The second technique is accountability mirror. Technique 2. David Goggins was not always fit or disciplined. When he was in college, due to low attendance, he was about to fail. He used to live with his mother. And when he had a fight with her, he started staying at his friend's house. One day, his mother called him. A letter came from your college. You are about to fail. David had run out of money. So ultimately, he came back home hungry. His mother didn't say anything to him, but he clearly saw disappointment on his face. After taking a bath that night, David started looking at his reflection in the mirror. He didn't like his reflection. He started getting angry. He wanted to punch the mirror. He said, "What do you think of yourself? Will someone like you be taken into the military?" He started talking to himself with brutal honesty. No one will come to save you. Not your mother, not your relatives. Then he wrote his goals on the poster notes and stuck them on the mirror. Make your bed. Clean the utensils every day. Cut the grass. He became a military instructor for himself. This became his daily ritual. While shaving every day, he used to talk to himself with brutal honesty and write his goals. Ultimately, he became fit again, saved his grades, and joined the military. Mirror can be a very powerful tool for self-reflection. Most people use it for public speaking practice. And in the same way, you can use it to motivate yourself. A study was done by Dovall and Wickland, in which they made the participants sit in front of the mirror and asked them some work or questions. They found that when people are in front of the mirror, their self-awareness increases, and they can control their behavior more. In another study, it was seen that when people are in front of the mirror, they throw less garbage, meaning people become more conscious about their behavior. So you can use it too. Find a mirror and keep it in a quiet space where you can be alone and think for some time. Write your short-term and long-term goals. your values, and whatever things you want in life. Write them down. You can either stick these goals on the mirror, or you can write them down with a marker. Once you do this, this mirror will become a visual reminder of self-reflection for you. Take some time every day to see yourself in this mirror, and to read your goals, and think about your progress. Talk to yourself with brutal honesty, and ask critical questions. Am I able to live my values? Or what steps have I taken to achieve my goals? Technique 3. The next technique is haters mixtape. I am tired of listening to your nonsense. I hope you never run. These comments were posted on David Goggins' Instagram post, in which he posted a photo of his injury. You may be a fan of David Goggins, or you may be inspired by his life, but there are millions of people in this world who have problems with other people's growth, who sit on the side and keep looking at you, and as soon as you fight, they jump on you. These people will tell you that they are your well-wishers, or they are practical thinkers, but in reality, such people only want to pull others down. When you succeed, they will ask you how far you can go. When you fail, they will give you thousands of suggestions. They will take out your shortcomings. David Goggins records the comments of such people, and makes a mixtape of them. His comments are heard like music again and again. This awakens a fire within them that show me these people. I can't accept defeat. You have to remember this. No matter how good you do your work, no matter how much you help people, such people will always be there to pull you down. So instead of being saddened by their hatred, use it like a slingshot, and to move forward. So to use this technique, you just have to write comments or doubts that others have said about you, and then you have to record it in your phone recorder. Next, whenever you don't feel like studying or working, or feel like sleeping a little more, then you have to listen to this mixtape. If you are feeling angry, then you have to use it. But remember one thing here. You don't have to get trapped in this negativity. Keep this only for those moments when you have to push yourself. We should be able to use anger, but we don't have to become an angry person. Along with this, if you learn meditation, then you will be more balanced. Technique 4. Next is the 40% rule. When David Goggins runs in ultra races, then it is never easy. You have to run for hundreds of kilometers within a time limit, and you have to endure different types of weather. But Goggins is such a person that when he has a fracture, then he puts a duct tape and moves forward. When his body starts shaking, then he starts screaming and running faster. The question is, from where does he get so much energy? According to him, so much energy and determination. It is in all of us. But most of the people only stop at 40%. When you are running, you are working hard, and your brain says that it is enough. Then you are only at 40%. Goggins tells us about the governor. Every car has a governor who doesn't let the car go forward at maximum speed. The car has more potential, but governor is used for safety. Similarly, we also have a governor in our mind who starts saying after a little effort, that's enough. Some scientists also support this idea. Tim Knox, who is a professor of exercise and sports science, he has given the central governor theory, with which we can understand 40% rules. According to this theory, when you feel tired, then it is not only due to muscle exertion, but our brain constantly monitors how much time we have to exercise, how much energy is left, what is the temperature of the body. With this information he gives us feelings of fatigue, and he says that that's enough. But David Goggins has learned how to control this governor. When the governor says that that's enough, Goggins says that it has just started. You can practice this in your life too. Next time when you are doing some physical work, and your mind says that that's enough, you have to push a little more. I am not saying that you get injured, but by doing a little more, your limits expand. You can control your mind, and in the future you will be able to push yourself more. And the next technique, which is the most powerful, and also dangerous, that is taking souls. Technique 5. In the middle of Hell Week, David and his friends were tired. Blood and pus was coming out of their body, and from the brain they had become zombies. Instructors told David and his team to do some simple board raises, but everyone was tired. Instructors were always looking for their weakness, and David started getting angry at them. David had a pain in his knee. He was having trouble walking every step, and then he made one instructor, Psycho Pete, as his target. David decided that now the game has to change, and to make space in the minds of the instructors. David wanted that when the instructors go back home at night, Their crew, boat crew 2, should remember them, so that the instructors don't get sleepy. They said that they want to perform in such a way that the instructors get restless. They named this process as taking souls. Means they want to take the soul of the other. They motivated their crew and told them to lift the boat. In a few seconds, David's entire team died. They lifted the boat. They caught it and threw it up again. Their pain and fatigue disappeared, and everyone chanted, "Boat Crew 2." On the toughest day of Hell Week, David's crew started walking at lightning speed. Instructors were about to see their faces. Some turned their eyes shyly. Only one instructor was looking a little happy. According to David, taking someone's soul gives you a tactical advantage. This is a mental game that you play with yourself, with which you get extra energy. Did the instructors really not sleep all night after seeing their determination? I don't know. But David had made this thing true in his mind. And with this he successfully led his team. A study by Goggins studied trash talking in competitive sports. He found that trashing your opponents before playing, showing them down, actually gives you an advantage. But Goggins says that you always have to do this according to your environment. In the Navy SEALs, instructors want you to perform like this because they want to make you tough. But if you do this in the office setting with your boss, then maybe your job will go away. So that's why it's very important to remember the context. But you can definitely play mental games. If you are weightlifting, then you can think about your bully in childhood, and you can mentally challenge him. This kind of mental games will give you an edge. And other people will ask you, from where do you get so much energy? To know the full story of David Goggins. Thanks for watching.